Hi, my name is Haley Crespo and I am a jeweler, small business owner, and resin artist. Today I'm here with ArtResin to teach you how to make some dog tags. Now, these dog tags are my absolute new obsession. They're so fun and you can customize them to your furry pet at home. And I'm so excited to share my tips that I've learned over the 5 years of running my small business, Haley Made. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and let's jump right to it. So the first step that you're gonna take when making dog tags is actually giving your resin a warm bath. This is the most important step that I take when working with resin at all times because it really makes the resin more workable, as well as eliminating the air bubbles when you're mixing them together. So how I do that is boiling some water in a kettle, letting the water cool down to a warm bath, and pouring it into a bowl just like this. Then you're gonna place the bottle of resin into the bowl, let them hang out for a little bit, and once they warm up, you're all set to go. So I'm gonna go boil some water and I will be right back. So as my resin is hanging out in its bath, I'm gonna use this time to actually start creating my custom pet tags. And I actually came up with such a good idea. I have these letter beads that I use in my jewelry, but I think we can also use them in the tags. So I'm gonna start placing the letters down. My cousin's dog's name is Sumo, and he is the cutest pug ever, so I think I'm gonna make a dog tag for him. And then I also have a cat named Ollie, so obviously I have to make a little pet tag for him as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out these letters and start placing them and making sure that I like the layout. So let's get to it. Okay, cool, so let's see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move this over here. So Sumo's up first, so S-U-M, where are you? M and O, and then Ollie, O. Close this because I've had some mishaps with accidentally dumping it over, so after I finish with my beads, I always tend to close it. Okay, so let's start with Sumo. So the trickiest thing I would say about these is probably making sure that the orientation is right, because you want the bottom of it to be the front of your tag. So we're gonna put this in, oh my gosh, I have to think about what the orientation is. Okay, so I think it's like this, S-U-M-O. Okay, we got it, it looks good. Okay, so Sumo, I think it's all good. And now let's move on to Ollie. And taking the lessons from the last name tag, I'm gonna go upside down. O-L-L-I-N-N-E. Perfect. Flip her over. Okay, we got it. Okay, I am now an expert in making letters upside down and backwards. Put that on my resume. So for these guys, I think I'm actually going to put in the glitter after I pour in the resin, just to make sure that the letters are fully against the edge of fully against the surface of the tag, but we can decide the colors, which is also the most exciting part. So Sumo, he's like a pug. I think he's like 15 pounds overweight, like he's a dude's dude. So I think we're gonna go with a green and blue color palette for him. And I think that's really gonna suit him. And then Ollie, he's more of a cat. He's like laid back. So I think he's gonna do like a purple, I think he's like a purple sparkly vibe on the inside. So I'm gonna use this glitter. It's one of my favorite glitters just because it's so shiny, especially in the light. So I think Ollie's gonna get some purple sparkles. So I like these two. It's good to like have all your creative decisions done now because when you pour the resin, you have a limited amount of time. So if you can eliminate all of those decision making until right now, when you pour the resin, it'll be good. So I have these two colors. I really like them. Now let's get to pouring some resin. Okay, so now that my resin is nice and warmed up, I'm actually gonna take it out of the bath. So I'm gonna grab these two and dry them off. And one thing to note when you're doing the water baths is that you don't want to submerge the caps into the water, because one drop of water can actually ruin a whole bottle of resin. And I don't want that, I know you don't want that, so just make sure to keep the lids nice and tight and out of the water. And I'm just gonna take some paper towels and wipe them off to make sure that they are completely dry. And we can finally get to measuring and pouring, which is always the most fun part. So these are nice and dry. Wipe up here. Oh, and another thing, I'm actually just gonna clean up my workspace a little bit. Resin is notoriously messy, so if I can just avoid having things that I could accidentally knock over, I'm definitely going to do that. So I'm just gonna put all my things there, have a nice clean workspace, and I think we are all good to go. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take my silicone measuring cups. My favorite thing about these is actually that they are silicone, so they're way easier to clean when you're done with the resin. And they're also reusable, which we also love. So they're nice and squishy, and they're actually nice to pour as well, and you get a lot of control. So I have these, I really, really recommend them. And I'm going to go ahead and start pouring my resin. So I always like to start with the resin first and then the hardener. So I'm gonna do 10 milliliters of resin, 10 milliliters of hardener. Let's open it up. Oh, actually, I forgot. Very important part is you always need to wear gloves when working with resin. Not only is it protecting your hands, but resin can get messy, like I said. So make sure to put on some gloves. Very important step. Okay, so 1 and 2, and now we're ready. So let's open this guy up, and we are going to pour. It's very important that you get even parts resin and hardener, so just make sure you're going slowly and controlled. So super slow. This is the part that always stresses me out the most. And okay, stop. Okay, that is 10 milliliters of resin. And always, always, always when you're done pouring, just close the lid back up. It really just avoids any mess that you might do, or it avoids any mess that you might have. Just close it up, then you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna put that over here. Okay, next is the hardener. And this is the part when, once the resin and hardener mix, you have 5 minutes to stir and then you're gonna work. But once they mix, that's when the chemical reaction starts. So this is really when you're going to wanna work fast, and kind of the timer starts going off. So let's start with this. Another pour, 10 milliliters. And we're just gonna get right up to the 20. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, perfect. Close this guy up. And it is finally time to stir. So we're mixing this up. I don't want to mix it up too fast because you're going to introduce a lot of air bubbles. So you're just going to mix it up slowly and really try to get both parts integrated within each other. And once they're mixed together, you're going to stir for 5 minutes. So let's start stirring. I'm just kidding. You don't have to watch me stir for 5 minutes. Let's speed this thing up and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so this is looking good. So I think we're almost time to pour. I'm just gonna grab my sparkles that I'm going to use so I can have them readily available. And yeah, I think it's finally time. So I usually squeeze it just a little bit to make a nice little nozzle, and yeah, let's rock and roll. So I like to be really controlled when I pour, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm evenly pouring throughout the whole dog tag. And I want to make sure that the dog tag or the resin gets in all of the creaks and crevices of the mold, just to make sure that it's nice and full when I pull it out. Look on the side, it's looking good. Okay, great, let's move on to the second one. Oh, this is so satisfying. And amazing. Okay, so that's looking really good. Now I'm gonna put some glitter in there. So let's do Sumo's first because it's the biggest. And I'm actually going to put some in my hand and then pour it onto the mold just to have a little bit more control. You don't need too much because it's all going to sink to the bottom. I'm gonna take off this glove. And I'm just going to start sprinkling it along. And the biggest thing that I would try to avoid is touching the letters on the bottom. You just want to make sure that they're nice and in place and also not moving or getting any air bubbles in them. So I'm just going to sprinkle this along, making sure that you get a nice even coating throughout the dog tag. Oh, these colors are amazing. Okay, keep on going. And if it gets a little messy, that's okay. That is resin. And okay, so I'm gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna take my little popsicle stick and just start slowly making a little circular movements throughout just to get the glitter in the resin. Again, you don't want to do this too fast and I feel like bubbles are actually probably your biggest enemy as a resin artist. So you're just trying to do everything you can to minimize that. And just slowly start working your way through. You have about 30 minutes once you start pouring the resin. So you have plenty of time, so don't panic. And just keep on going, and oh, I touched it, go back. Okay, it's okay, we're saved. Okay, and I put the first round of glitter in, and honestly, I think we can do a little bit more. So I'm just gonna grab the glitter and do that process over again until I'm happy. So pouring some out. And dumping it where I feel it just needs a little more sparkle. Okay, this is good. I am happy with that. The letters look great. Straighten her up a little bit. And that one is done. Okay, great. I'm gonna let this sit and on to the next one. So the next one we're going to use this purple glitter. This guy, I think you can just lightly tap. Again, I said resin is a messy process, so don't worry if they kind of go everywhere. It's just gonna inevitably happen, so you gotta make friends with the mess. Okay, this looks pretty good and well dispersed. Amazing. I'm making sure I don't have any extra glitter on this one that goes into this one. And we're just gonna do it again. So, little circles, nice and gently. Just incorporate everything. And honestly, just pop like some music on, and this is as relaxing as it gets. And as the resin starts to cure, you can kind of feel it be a little bit more tacky, and that's actually a good sign. That means that it's curing and it's working. And we can move on back to Sumo's name tag. So now that these are all nice and set, some bubbles have come up, and that's just what happens when you work with resin. So basically what I like to do at my studio is use a torch, but in a pinch you can actually use a barbecue lighter too. So I'm gonna show you that. Basically, you're just gonna light it and gently wave the flame over the resin. Make sure not to touch it, but the heat will just pop the bubbles And now it's the hardest part, which is basically just waiting to see them go. So I'm just gonna leave them in a safe place. I would even cover them with something so you don't get any dust on them. And yeah, I'll see you in 24 hours and we'll see how these turn out. Okay, so now it's been 24 hours and it's finally time to reveal our dog tags. I am so excited to see them. I really can't wait to see how the letters look on the other side. So it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous, but the time has come. Okay, so first let's start with Sumo. And oh my God, it is so cute. It actually came out so much better than I thought. Take a look at it and see the letters are perfectly placed and you can kind of see all of the glitter just perfectly framing his name. I know Sumo is going to be such a happy boy. The edges turned out so well as well. I'm actually so proud of this one. And even the little hole for the jump ring is so clean. I couldn't have asked for anything better than this. So I'm so happy and I love this name tag. Next, we're going to demold the Ollie one. This one I'm actually more excited for just because the purple is so cute. So let's take a look and see. This one is also so cute. I feel like I don't usually kill, no wait, I'm not gonna say that because I do usually kill the resin stuff. I love that the Ollie is slightly misaligned, but in like a cute way. He's a cat, he'll be fine. And I love the purple glitter. I hope that you can see it in the light, like it just shining. It's so iridescent, so beautiful, and I know he's gonna be the most decked out cat in the block. So I can't wait to put it on him like the second I go home. I think this is so cute. And the fish shape is just adorable. Also such a clean little hole. Like I really couldn't have asked for anything better. So take a look at both of them. I love them. I think they turned out so well. And I think I'm gonna make like all of my friends' pets little keychains because it's just a perfect gift, perfect little craft that you can do with your friends at night. And I really think that they turned out so good. Now we're gonna finish them off with a little jump ring. So in the kit that I got, it came with these little keychains, but obviously you can just put the jump ring on and then put it on their collar if you want. So we're just gonna add this in. And then if you have pliers at home, you're just gonna push these two pieces together. So let me grab them. Give me one sec. Okay. And let's see. We're just gonna add them. It's a little bit of an overkill, I know, but this is what we had to work with. And push it back together just to make sure that it's secure. There we go. Okay, perfect. Amazing. So that's the #1 jump ring. And you can put it on the keychain or you can put it on one of their collars, either one. And I love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, let's do Ollie's. So take this, just pull it through here. And 1 and 2. Push it together. Okay. These tools are heavy. I'm getting a workout. Okay, put those aside. And let's see the final products. I love them. I think they're so cute. I honestly might just make one for myself because I think they're so adorable. 1 and 2. Sadly, this is the end of our tutorial and I hope you had so much fun watching and maybe even learned a thing or two. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below if you want me back for more resin tutorials because I got a lot of ideas and I want to share them with you guys. So thank you so much. My name's Haley from Haley Made and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.